I'm sorry, I was on mute. Sorry about that. But ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Brown and Vera Koenig in the front row all the way on the end. Please stand up. There they are. Now don't rush over there to get your book signed. You're gonna have to wait until June for the book launch party, as you saw in the video. Now, of course, if you really want to get your hands on the book and maybe you wanted to donate, I don't know, say $100,000 to Literacy Partners tonight, right now, I would go over to Mr. Brown and I would ask him, Matthew, can you spare a copy of your book, right? So just raise your hand, get my attention if you can, and we'll do that. But for the rest of you, you'll have to wait till June, but it's gonna be a good time. We'll let you know about it. I'd like to ask the staff, the interns, and the volunteers of Literacy Partners to please stand up so I can brag about you for just a second. Yes, yes, over there, here, there, yes, yes. And let me tell you, they are as good at work as they are in dressing up, because this is a fine-looking bunch. I want to thank you. You know, when the pandemic hit Literacy Partners, our lives and our work were turned completely upside down, just like yours. And this group of women and men came together like nobody's business. They completely reinvented what we do, how we do, everything we do, and they didn't leave anything on the field. And I have to tell you, there's a way in which the Literacy Partners program is stronger today than it was before the pandemic, and I couldn't be more proud of this team. So thank you guys so much for everything you're doing. And when they reinvented our program, it turns out the students kept coming. And through it all, we had to make many changes, and so we provided devices to those who didn't have a device. We provided hotspots to those who didn't have a hotspot. Some of our students, they kept coming, but they were coming to class in their bathroom because that was the only room in their house where they had some peace and quiet. So we sent them noise-canceling headphones, and they kept coming. And through the help of the New York Times, we were able to do more, because the needs of the families had increased exponentially. Over 80% of our students were unemployed. Overnight, 80% of our students were unemployed. What does that do to a family? Well, with the help of the Times and some other good friends, we were able to step up what we were able to do, move beyond education to helping to meet some basic needs. So we not only provided books in the home, but we provided diapers and formula and food. We kept food on the table. We helped people keep a roof over their heads, and they kept coming to class. They came with their strollers in the playground, but they kept coming to class. And the results of that work, take our college access program. Young moms, teenagers, early 20s, going back to get a GED and wanting to go to college. Well, they kept coming, and as a result, the women in our college access program were 50% more likely to earn a GED, 40% more likely to go to college, and earn 3 times as many college credits as a comparison group in the same college. That's the power of literacy. And we can't do it alone. As good looking as my staff is, they can't do it alone. We need more oars in the water. And so I'm so appreciative to all of you for being here today and being part of this community. We have other results. You know, one of the things we saw right off the bat is everyone need help with their kids' homework. All the kids were on these devices. Nobody knew how to use them, so they needed that help. They needed help with healthcare, right? We have a pandemic. And so with our switch in the program, I'm very happy to report that we focused on healthcare access, we've focused on vaccination, and our people have a higher rate of vaccination coverage against the pandemic than the citywide average. We call that work health literacy. And together, alongside basic literacy, it's making an enormous difference in the lives of hundreds of families across the city. And on that note, I want to introduce you to one of those families. But first, I want to invite my colleagues, Kimiko Pecci and Ritu Mundra, to come join me on stage. Now, of all the work that Literacy Partners does, many of you know the Reading for Adults, our entry-level reading program for adults, was always Liz Smith's real passion. And Kimiko is leading that program now for us and is doing just such an outstanding job, making a huge difference. We're seeing gains that we haven't seen before in our learners. And she's joined by amazing star tutors like Ritu, who know that it's not just about the word on the page, it's about the relationship. It's about the trust. It's about the goals and dreams that people have and why they're coming to learn to read, why they're coming to learn to write. And that's what this team has done at Literacy Partners. So with that, it's my time to move off the stage and introduce the star of the show, Literacy Partners student Sophia Nixon. Please give a warm welcome.